what's in the box, right? We're gonna get to this box in just a second. Gonna talk a little bit about a product update first. The AK240, which was my go-to DAP before I got the SP1000, that sold. The U18 Tsar, that one's still for sale. I had another buyer interested and asked me to call him and discuss, and I'm like, dude, buy it, don't buy it, don't care. I just can't, I can't stop. I've got a day job, I've got a YouTube channel, I've got city council work. I just don't have time to stop and make a phone call about a pair of headphones. So they're great. They're actually growing on me. I've been listening to them more. They were in the box, like ready to sell for a long time, and now I have them sort of off to the side. And now I have them sort of off to the side here, but I keep them at the ready in my box with my Fortes. I think that some of that initial back and forth comparison stuff, yeah, you lose track of how great the headphones are on their own. So without the comparison, I mean, I'm actually enjoying them again. So, but they're still on the market. I'm still gonna sell them off. I just can't hold this much inventory because I'm nuts. And now I've got another nuts. Let's talk about how we got to this box. My headphone obsession started about 10 years ago. I bought an HD 650, Sennheiser HD 650, which are stellar. I still have a pair here today. They're the mass drop version. I don't think they sound as good, just my opinion. And I had a Woo Audio WA6 to drive it, which is a small little amp. It was a desktop amp. I had a lot of fun with it. And then I bought the HD 800, which the WA6 couldn't drive. So you know how this goes. This is, you see this obsession building. So I sold the WA6 and I bought a WA5 LE. And then I got an upgrade on that, and then I changed from the HD 800 to the HE1000s, and then I traded the G1000s to Hi-Fi Man. They gave me an upgrade to the V2, and I had those for a number of years. But I always felt that the WA5 LE, even the V2, wasn't the best pairing for the HE1000s. They were kind of, I don't feel like I was ever getting everything the HE1000 had to give, nor everything that the WA5 LE had to give to me. They weren't, in other words, they weren't synergistic. Like we've been doing 3 days of synergy here with the Odins. Well, I never felt like that synergy was ever there between the WA5 LE and the HE1000. So in the spring, when I started selling off gear and developing the roots of this channel, which is stupid spending 101, I sold the HE1000 V2 on eBay, and I got a good price for them, so I was happy. But I needed a replacement, and I needed something that I felt would really mesh well with the WA5 LE. Because I'm not going to be able to sell the WA5 LE and get enough out of it to make it worth my while. I am going to be with that unless somebody gives me an outstanding trade on something. That amp is probably here to stay. It's been black capped. It's like blown out. It's got Takatsuki tubes in it all around, which are the most expensive tubes you can buy. But I don't have anything to really play. I don't really have a headphone to use with them. You know, these in-ears there's no even close, nothing that even matches, so I've got this outstanding amp and nothing to drive it. Which is why we are at this box. In this box contains a headphone that I ordered in June. Early June. And it just got here yesterday while I was putting together the video about the Odin and the N8. So let's go live to the box and see what is in the box. What's in the box? That's where I got it from. I got it from 7, if you guys are wondering. We have a case. Very nice case, looks leather. And then we have this. Now this doesn't look like much because my mission to do this on camera has failed miserably. I'm going to take the wooden box out. And if you've been following the channel, you kind of know what this is. So this would be the clue, and this would be the reveal. This isn't even... you know, here I think I'm gonna open the box and I'm gonna see this pair of headphones in there, and it would be the big reveal. And it's not. It's a card with a inside of this. Oh, look, you know, we've got a nice. This is a piece of wood. We know that Zach is a big fan of different woods. He gave me a serial number, and he included I've got ear pads here and different things, and it came in an envelope, and now we've got, this had better be the headphone. If this isn't the headphone, that's the ZMF Verite open back headphones. And I got a couple of pair of pads, some extra pads. Oh, that's what's in this box. This is gonna be extra pads because I ordered some extras. And we're looking at them for the first time, and they look pretty darn stellar. I had a lot of discussions with Zach when I was ordering these, because I did pay for them. Go figure. Because I seem to pay for everything. I did have some conversations with Zach when we were having the discussion over what the build should be. The thing that struck me was contrast. So if it's a blonder outer wood, I wanted copper for the insert, and if it was a darker wood, then I would have wanted brass, because the contrast to me is what sets these off. And I don't know about you, but looking at the grain on these are really quite beautiful. This is really quite a beautiful set of headphones. And what's neat about all of these things that Zach does, and I've never met him personally, but they're all built to order. None of these are the same. Let's open the package. Oh, there's the cable. This is a very interesting cable. It's a 4-way split. It's very electrostat-like. Oh, this is the special cable that I ordered, and this is silver. This looks really nice. This has a good feel to it. This has a better feel to it than this is the stock cable with a 4-pin XLR, and then this is just a standard 1/4 inch, because my Audio WA5 LE takes 1/4 inch. That's the what's in the box for today. It's only a hand-built custom set of earphones that we're gonna have to take a listen to, I think, right? Do I kind of owe you guys a little listen, like first impression? What do they sound like? Let's fix them up and see what they do. This is exciting for me because I've been sort of neglecting my most expensive amp. On the open market with all the tubes in it, it's probably in the 10,000-ish range, which nobody would ever, which is why I'm stuck with it. Nobody would ever pay that much, nor should they, for that amp, because there's other amps you can buy and have that. I just couldn't get rid of it for an amount that would make it worth my while. So I've got everything set up, and we're rolling through the Macintosh as a pre into the Audio WA5 LE. I've got the ZMFs up and locked and loaded. I'm going to stop the video right here because you're looking at the face of a guy who is wondering if he just made a $3,000 mistake. A real $3,000, out of my own pocket, $3,000 just flushed down the toilet on a custom set of headphones. Because what I'm hearing is bloated. It's not engaging. And mind you, we're coming off of 2 weeks of listening to the most detailed, high-performance set of in-ears I've ever heard, right? Things are crystal clear. They've got a great sound stage. They've got pinpoint imaging. They've got loads of bass coming from everywhere. They're just a phenomenal headphone. And I put on the Verite, and it sounded veiled. The bass was muddy. There was no clarity. There wasn't great imaging. And I just couldn't, I actually didn't know what to do, because I'm on camera and they sucked. I mean, they just sucked. So why am I back? Well, for one thing, the impedance was set wrong on the amplifier. I had it at low impedance. This is a high impedance set of headphones. Flipping to high impedance immediately, like, there was some thunder down under. It really improved the bottom end. But it was still pretty veiled. I mean, it was not anything that I was like, well, it made it a little better, but geez. The change came for me with the ear pads. These are really thick. These are called the Universe. So I changed them. I changed them out. Here they are with the, these are the Verite pads. These are the thinner pads. The difference was immediate. I played, I'm looking at myself on camera here and looking at what I looked like earlier in the day. I was all up and bright, and now it's like it's the end of the day. I've been through 8 hours of hell trying to figure out, did I just make a huge, massive mistake? So I'm all haggard. I put on Led Zeppelin 2, Whole Lotta Love. And the moments, particularly at the beginning, when the bass kicks in, the bass came in with authority, and I did some A-Bing. This is an involving set of ear pads. This is a dissociating pair of ear pads. We're not going back there. And then in the middle, when it ramps up with all the sound effects, and then it comes to that authoritative drum roll, dun, 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 and solo. That was truly stunning. The experience was 100 times better, and I just wish you didn't have to see this face, because this is the face of somebody who's defeated, who waited 3 months for a pair of headphones that underwhelmed him. And I guess we've all felt that way at some point. You've put on a pair of headphones that you were having high expectations of, and you listen and you go, That's the face of, or more likely the face of, oh shit, what did I do? I've had nothing but great headphones in here. We had the U12Ts, the U18 Tsars, and then we had the Vortex, which are terrific. And then I got the Odins, which underwhelmed at first, but after working with them and finding the right sources, these are outclassing all of the 64 audios right now. Then I get a great pair of over-ears, an expected great pair of over-ears, and they sound like dog do. And I was like, I can't, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? They just did. They didn't, I can't hide that face. That face is saying dog do. Beautiful, very pretty. I mean, kudos. These are works of art, but the sound was not good. So, and my face says that. And so anyway, hours later, impedance change, ear pads change, tonality change, experience change. Now I'm going to stay up half the night listening on these because they do sound really good. And I'm very appreciative to Zach for getting these to me and making such an exciting week. I still have one more surprise coming out of left field that y'all aren't expecting. So like and subscribe. I hate doing that. I just have kind of been putting the thing up every now and then just to remind you, but like and subscribe because you don't want to miss what's coming. It's out of left field and you're going to all get a kick out of it. Okay, that's what I've got. We are full steam ahead now on the Verites. I'm still working the Odins. I had a little bad accident today. I dropped this, and you ever want to see what's inside the back? It's all battery. dropped it, and the back plate top. Nothing's wrong with it. It plays great, but the back plate popped off. So this is adhesive. So I have to find some adhesive to sort of get it to glue back in. But guess what's not going on eBay? This is gonna stay with me now because I dropped it. I bought it. Oopsie, it happens. Now I feel like I can end this gracefully because we have some resolution. You're not going to end on that face. You're going to end on this face. This is great. So let's go out Verite style with a